I'm so sorry. It'll be unblocked in about 5 minutes. They're just cows running down the middle of the road at the moment. Today, I'm playing musical chairs with cows, and it is going to be absolutely chaotic. I'm gonna hop on the four-wheeler and I'll show you what I'm talking about. A few days ago, I moved these 8 steers across the road to get ready to graze them on our cover crops over here north of Dalville Road. Because we had gotten rain a couple weeks before, unfortunately the sorghum sudan grass is growing so rapidly that these 8 steers could not graze at all if they had a month. I overseeded sorghum sudan grass right here in this 5-acre field adjacent to where those steers are right there. The nutrition quality really starts to decline when it goes to seed. Just about 500 feet over there, I've got 2.5 acres of sorghum sudan grass that should have been grazed 3 weeks ago. There's so much forage over here, 8 steers could not handle it all, even if they had to. Further, in a few weeks, some of these animals are going to be going to the processor, and I need to get to the loading chute on the other side of the farm. So let me show you where I'm going to move them and then show you what I'm going to do about the grass over here. Now this is a different part of the field, but you can see in the distance, you may be able to see where those steers are. A few days ago, I moved them from this pasture here. Unfortunately, I underestimated how quickly the sorghum sudan grass would regrow. And because of that, I'm having to play musical chairs. Let me explain. I'm going to move them into this paddock and then slowly move them up to the corrals in the red field and let them graze there. The cows that are over there, I'm going to move over here to consume all this sorghum sudan grass. That larger brood cow herd has about 30 cows, 2 bulls. It has a bunch of calves. They'll be able to take advantage of the sorghum sudan grass and graze it much harder and much quicker than these 8 steers would. Originally, I grew the sorghum sudan grass to finish the steers on. However, if I can get that sorghum sudan grass grazed and knocked down quickly, it'll regrow so rapidly and produce even more abundant forage in the future. I've got to move them across the road because I've got to get these cows over where those steers are. So I'll walk the cows out of this gate and walk them down the road and into the paddock where the steers are. I'm gonna go set the different paddocks up so that we can play musical chairs with the cows when there's not as much traffic on the road. This line is the perimeter line. This line is the one along Crawfish Road, and I wanna make it hot. And these fence tools are not the most insulated tools. So let's see if I can do this without getting shocked. Well, I think I did. There's very little traffic on the road. So I'm gonna move these 8 steers across the road. And I suspect they're gonna graze out here on this forage for a little bit, but I can easily move them into the next paddocks and move on up to the central corral later today. Despite my handling these steers, there are a couple of them that are still they get a little bit more excited than the others. And so they'll probably look at me or they'll look at the fence and just run off acting crazy. But, swoo! Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Well, they went off fairly easily. They're looking at me like they want some feed or something. Now the paddock I just moved the steers into, they've just come off of, and I don't want them to overgraze it or even stay here. I need to move them quickly through this pasture and another one to get them where I want them to be. Unfortunately, they love having fresh pasture whether it has good grass or not. And this one has excellent forage, so they're hesitant to follow me to the next paddock. I finally coaxed them over. I don't want to take them on to the final pasture right now because we'll pass by the main cow herd that I need to move down the road, and it may stir the cows up, so I'm going to leave them here until the cows are moved down the road. Well, they're coming. Normally they'd be running after me, but they've got that new paddock and good quality feed right there. I just don't want them to get too much of it. Now up there's an alleyway into the corral, and when I get ready to move them later today, they'll be tired of this stuff. I blocked the road with my truck and then went down to bring the cows up the road. When I got back up here, a nice lady was waiting for the road to be open again. I'm so sorry. They're just cows running down the middle of the road at the moment.
Oh, wow. Did they get out?
No, man, we just move them down the road. You must have come up just as I started to leave, because I looked, I'm like, I don't see a car. And I may just not have seen your color, but. So then it's just a matter of waiting for them to come on up the road. Evan's coming in behind them, bringing them up. He's walking a little bit slower than the cows are. It's always a little chaotic when there's traffic kind of waiting for the road to be opened again. And then we're trying to get the gates closed and the road opened back up. Will you grab that gate there? Okay, that's fine. Just grab the gate. Well, I'm over here where we just moved the cows from, and I'll tell you what, that was kind of fun. There was one calf that didn't come and then ran through the fences anyway. I'll have to get it later. This evening, the calf across the road fine. But those 8 steers, I don't know if you can tell, but in that little clump of trees in the distance over there, those 8 steers are there. There's a little alleyway between where they are, right there, going up the hill. So I'm going to take them up there and turn them into the paddock where they'll have some good forage, and then I'm going in. I'm just closing the gate that I just came through. Come on, boys! So I'm just closing the gate. They're more interested in checking out the fresh water and the mineral over there in that red feeder than they are anything else. But anyway, they've been moved. We've successfully played musical chairs, and it hadn't been too crazy, believe it or not. So I didn't move the cows back into this paddock of sorghum sudan grass for a couple days. We were moving pigs back and forth, so I waited until Sunday to move the cows in here, and they are loving it. I thought it was really funny when we saw this bull bite off a seed head. It was just one of those unique moments. The cows relish the forage. They should eat enough of it. They should graze it pretty hard, pretty quickly, and it'll regrow. And now I have the basic grazing plan for the next several weeks. I just hope we don't have to play this game of musical cows again anytime soon. It's Sunday the next day, and I've just gotten the cows moved into the sorghum sudan, and they are loving it.